Where wins meet. God damn, did this game come out of nowhere and RKO me through a table. This game shouldn't exist. If you said to me 3 weeks ago, hey Clinic, there's a game coming out soon that's free to play, has more content than most games that come out, and it's not pay to win. Oh, and you can play it as a single player game, I'd call you insane. Have you not been paying attention to this greedy industry that's goal isn't to make great games, but to bleed you of every single dollar you have? You are an idiot, sir. Lo and behold, I'm the idiot. Why are you cheering? Let's talk about it. I apologize for my voice. I am ill again. It's like 3 times this year. This one's not so bad though. Yes, Where Winds Meet is my new favorite shiny toy. It has taken all of my attention in my free time. This game, after all the hours I've played, still doesn't make sense to me. I'm just here waiting for the catch. Is it gonna turn out that I need to pay once I've beaten it? I feel like I'm stealing. 9 million players after 2 weeks. I think it's fair to say the game is doing quite well. I'll be honest, for me right now, MMOs are off my Christmas list. They're on the naughty list. Just like Nintendo. Naughty. Those of you that have been here a while will know that I was a big Destiny player. Loved that game, but that game turned into a chore to keep up with and well, the quality dropped off drastically. It was very clear to me that the focus for them was to get people to spend money on their store. And get this, Destiny isn't free to play. It says it is, but it isn't. You have to pay for the expansions. There's a battle pass, all of the best looking skins you have to pay for. In a game where the rewards are armor. I hate Bungie. The game didn't start off with all that cosmetic crap.
I hope Sony destroys them.
This isn't a Destiny rant video. Let's calm down a bit. Let's chill. When I hear MMO these days, I just switch off. I don't have time for all that daily quest stuff they jam in the game to keep you playing it. And like the garbage I just mentioned, MMOs are full of predatory monetization. Now, I do think there are some good options out there for MMO lovers, but none of them really interest me. I used to go to MMOs or MMO Lights when there was a dull period in gaming, but nowadays, there is no dull period in gaming. There's a new game around the corner every single week. How times change. Playing games has become a full-time job if you plan on playing every single game. It's impossible. MMOs, thank you, but I don't need you anymore. So when Where Winds Meet dropped, I ignored it. I just assumed it would be the same old thing. This game is now your full-time job, except you don't get paid. And if you miss a few weeks, you're behind now, and it's gonna take you ages to catch back up. Good luck. But then I watched an Asmongold video of him playing it, and I saw him fight a boss that was a drunk man on a donkey. And I immediately installed it. Yes, that is all it took for me to download a game. I am easily pleased. So how is the game? Is it good? Is it a prime gaming experience, or is it simply another gacha game? Glasses. Let's take a look. Quick disclaimer, this game is massive. I haven't managed to finish the main game yet because I keep getting distracted. So if I miss anything, I apologize. Firstly, this game is beautiful. I wouldn't say it's cutting edge or anything groundbreaking, but you definitely will not be playing this game and complaining about graphics. And not gonna lie, I was expecting the graphics to be ass, but they're really not. The game has so many different animations and effects that all look so good. NPCs can look a little weird at times. You're not getting like a Death Stranding 2 level of detail on faces and things, and the game doesn't need to do that. Not every game needs to have amazing detail on characters' faces. But I don't think you'd be crazy to look at this and say this is what you expect from a AAA game. I say expect because AAA doesn't even look good sometimes, especially because every damn studio these days is determined to use Unreal Engine 5. This game doesn't. And would you believe it, this game runs really well. Computer doesn't break a sweat, unless I record my gameplay, which is why there is only a small amount of gameplay I have to show you. My PC was screaming. Initially, I did think it was the game, but once I stopped recording, everything was fine. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, you don't have to worry about performance in this game, which is insane because this game is huge and there is so much going on, so many things for you to do. Lots of NPCs just chilling somewhere doing their own thing. If this was an Unreal game, the world would be mostly empty. There would be no NPCs anywhere. There would be stuttering all over the place, and my PC would be screaming. This is made with the Messiah engine. That's the NetEase engine. I find it crazy how this game is also coming to mobile. If this game runs well on a phone, that is crazy. We'll see how it plays and runs on a phone, but if it's a complete one-for-one, that's game-changing. If they get this to run well on a phone and look good, I will judge Nintendo even more harshly than I already do. Did you guys see Metroid? My god. I think I should talk about that, shouldn't I? The world they've created here is massive, and not in the bad Assassin's Creed way where it's a huge world and not much there. How dare he insult Assassin's Creed shadows? There's villages and random buildings that might offer a quest. Sometimes there's just a random NPC chilling in the middle of nowhere. Sometimes there's a boss just waiting to clap your pretty cheeks. The world also reacts to you. Commit a crime and you'll be wishing the bosses were the only things clapping your cheeks. Again, if you've been here a while, you'll know that I've become tired with open world games. They're exhausting, man. Take your fetch quests and fuck off. I feel like at this point it's just a gimmick to get you to spend more time in the game so they can say, look, 80 hours of content. It's really worth your money. Look how long our players are in the game. When really, 60% of the time, you're just traveling from point A to point B. Open worlds are also used as a substitute for real level design, and it pisses me off. Open worlds have their place, of course they do. When it's done right, you often get a masterpiece. But I feel like it's rarely done right. So even me, being the hater of open worlds, ignored the main quests for my first 5 hours and just explored. That is rare. Usually I'll just run through the main story so I can get to the end game in an MMO or an MMO Lite, because that is usually where developers put most of their time in an MMO. The end game. But I just wanted to know what other mini games there were in this world. What other skills can I find? Because you can learn skills from watching animals. You will literally learn a skill from watching a goose fight a bear, and the goose wins, and it wasn't even close. Do not f**k with the gooses, by the way. They do not play around. They do not play. There is just so much here. Side quests that spawn other side quests, and I'm not talking about throwaway side quests that you'll do for XP or some shit. No, they offer you important things, skills or abilities. And did I mention minigames? There's loads of them. One minigame had me trash talking someone. Really funny. Level design in actual missions is pretty good too. Not as good as their open world design, I'd argue. A lot of the time they will use the open world for a quest, but the missions where it's a dedicated area that you work through to get to a boss at the end, they're really fun. They'll give you puzzles to figure out sometimes too. There's just random cats all over the place that give you challenges. It's weird. Dungeons are also fun to play through. You'll obviously be playing a lot of these if you're planning on playing this game like an MMO, but you can treat this game like a single player game. And it plays like a fully functioning single player experience that you would usually have to pay for. I was expecting bare bones missions. I thought all the focus would be on the end game, but it's really not. I was expecting missions where you just defend an area, kill so many enemies here, go to next area, rinse and repeat, get a little bit of dialogue, and it's just a few hours long until you get to the end game. I was so wrong. Like I said, they have well-structured missions, boss fights that they clearly have spent a lot of time on. I don't understand how this is free. It's an entire single-player experience. For free. I almost forgot that the game also has NPCs that you can chat with. It's a messaging screen where you'll be talking with an AI to earn their trust. You can level up the relationship that you have with that character. I decided to test this out and the AI basically called me a filthy degenerate. It's incredibly realistic. Don't you think everything would be better if we all had an AI baddie in our life? Where are you going? Don't you want to be friends? The game not only has well-designed missions, it's also got a story. I'm not completely in love with it. It's fine. It could be better. There's fun characters, there's a narrative to follow. It's more than what I expected. I wasn't expecting this game to have a story at all. There's quite a lot of cutscenes too. I'll say it again, it's a full single-player experience for free. Okay, let's talk about combat. It's like a hybrid of a bunch of different games. You've got your weapons, you have your sword, spear, fan, my favorite dual blades, the umbrella, rope dart, and Mo Blade, each one with its own unique style of fighting. The actual weapons you'll find for your gear are just to level up your gear. You fight with the martial art you have equipped. It's weird and confused me at first, because I had a wooden sword equipped in my gear, but I wasn't holding a wooden sword, and I thought the game was broken. You can be a healer, you can be a tank, you can equip 2 different weapons to combine 2 styles together. All of them feel satisfying to use, except for the Mo Blade. I really didn't like that one. You've also got your abilities, martial arts skills, mystic skills, and internal arts. Your internal arts are just passives. You can equip 8 mystical arts. There are a ton of these to choose from. Some are combat related, some are just world related like traversal. I'm sure you've seen the anime animation. Some are both. You can even pretend to be a frog. Finally! Then you have your skills for your chosen martial art, which you get 4 of. I'm sure you're thinking, can't you just spam these and win easily? Not really. Bosses and enemies will just slap you out of an ability. They have to be timed. Obviously, this is depending on difficulty. The difficulties seem well balanced to me. The hardest difficulty doesn't feel cheap. The combat is very satisfying. It's fun. It doesn't really shine against regular enemies. You'll just shred through them. The boss fights, though, those are really fun. You've also got healing and buffs to use. It's a well thought out combat system. Combat and exploration are easily the best things about this game. This was a mistake. The game just never gets boring. Oh, and I'm sure you're wondering, isn't the game easy when you can just jump 1,000 feet in the air? You get a kind of debuff when you start a mission, so you can't do things like that. Now, progression. This is what lets the game down, in my opinion. Progression and the menus, because they kind of go hand in hand. Because you progress through the menus. So you level up as you normally would, then you level up your will tier as you level up, which is fine. I like that. The will gets harder as you grow, but you have to click on a little icon at the top of the menu, which has a billion other icons. Then you've got your martial art weapon that you need to constantly upgrade as you level up. You've got to level up your gear, but it's not your gear you're leveling up. You're basically leveling up that slot. Your gear level is different to your gear. You've got your talent screen, which is how you unlock new slots for skills. Some of these are passives and some of them aren't. Then you've got oddities, which you can give to an NPC that upgrades some of your stats in exchange for these oddities. Watch out for that because you can completely miss that one. You've got an exploration level, which unlocks other things, but then there's like a billion other pages that give you currency or resources based on something you did in-game. I'm sure that there's some data out there that says mobile gamers love clicking on menus to earn rewards. I hate it. I don't want to go through all these menus to unlock things. I want to play the game. If I have unlocked them, just give them to me. Have a little pop-up on screen saying you did this challenge and the awards underneath it. It is just unnecessary clutter. I don't like the upgrading system either, really. I'd rather upgrade slowly by getting rare materials for an upgrade rather than when I get a higher level weapon, I can then upgrade the slot. It just feels unnecessary. I don't like that sort of progression. You're just spamming me with things and telling me that I'm doing well. I'd rather have less, but more meaningful. I also feel like more casual gamers could get overwhelmed with the sheer amount of stuff they have to remember to do. At the end of the day, I'm here to play a game, not go through the menus and press square 20,000 times to get all these rewards. So, how exactly do they make their money? If this quality game is free, how are they making any? They are making money through cosmetics. Because your gear isn't what you wear, it's just stats. What you wear is completely different. There are outfits for you to get in-game, so don't worry, you won't be stuck with a default. There's a lot of cosmetics to buy though, a lot. And then they have the battle pass, which can give you resources and things, but the game spams you with all the resources you'll need anyway. They never force you to the shop, it's there if you want to look at it. I'm sure they're making plenty of money because there are people out there who will spend $500 to get a skin they want.
I paid $500 to be gay.
I'm okay with a free-to-play game having cosmetics for you to buy and things like that. They have to make money somehow. Games that you have to pay for should never have an in-game store, in my opinion. Bungie. So obviously these developers and netties have to make money somehow, right? But I don't like gambling. I don't think it should be in gaming. I'll criticize EA every day of the week for what they do with that casino game that has a football minigame inside of it. These guys don't get a pass because it's a quality game and it's free. Gambling is great for kids. It's character building IRL. Now I'm not going to sit here and say gambling is naughty and shouldn't be allowed. Do what you want to do. But I don't want it in games. Kids play these games. This is a 13+ game and gambling is not a good habit for anyone, let alone a kid develop an addiction for it. I have seen people I know destroy their lives in their early 20s through gambling, putting themselves thousands in debt. Obviously parenting, right? But parents will just see 13+ and assume the game is okay. Same as how they think a football game will be fine. I know everyone's gonna be mad at me, I'm pearl clutching a little here, but I will die on this hill. I don't understand how we have laws in place against kids gambling, but it's fine to do it in games. It doesn't count. Arguably, it's worse. You're spending so much money on something that has no value at all. Okay, pearl clutching over, but please be careful spending money on shit like this. So with all of that being said about this game, there is still a side I haven't seen of it. I've been playing this as a single player game and it's got a multiplayer side to it. PvE co-op, PvP, you can summon people to help you with bosses. There are guilds for you to join. That is all there if you want it. There is so much to this game and it really is great. There is even probably something I haven't talked about and someone is screaming right now at their screens because I'm not talking about it. There is a lot. Customization is insane, by the way. A lot of different ways to customize your character. There's lots of lore for you to read through. This game is overflowed with content and it's free. You can go try it now and if you don't like it, you haven't lost anything. IGN, by the way, gave this game a 6. This game is worse than Concord, apparently.
A 6!
I don't even know how to rate this game because I rate my games on value. And this game is free. $39 out of 50 for a game that's free. It also might be the second highest rated game I've rated so far. Progression could be better, story could be better, you might love it and that's fine, but the story was just fine to me. I didn't mention it earlier, but the voice acting isn't very good. I might even change it to a different language because I find it hard to listen to at some points. I also feel like the game can be clunky at times, but then other times it's super smooth. It's not a big deal, it's just something I noticed. My favorite thing though is that it lets you treat it like a single single player game. It actually gives you the option of single player or multiplayer, and you can switch whenever you like. Like I said earlier, I'm not really interested in MMOs right now. I'm not really interested in the multiplayer side of this game. I think it's cool that it's there and it's great for people that do want it, and I might dabble, but for the most part I probably will just keep treating this game like a single player game. My opinion on that could change. My dabbling could turn into a full-blown addiction. Not gambling though, not ever gambling. Please don't do it. It just makes this video weird that I opened it up talking about MMOs, but here I am treating it like a single player game. It is just a unique experience. This game just shouldn't exist. It shouldn't. Imagine someone giving you one of the best gaming experiences of the year for free. It's insane! The industry will obviously learn all the wrong lessons from this, if they're learning anything at all. Everyone wants their live service cash cow game. Oh my god! Let's put gambling simulators in all of our games. The East just keeps winning right now. It's at that point where we're all checking what the East is working on. Eastern developers are just doing it better. They're making great games over there. Long may it continue, and long may journalists melt down over the East winning. It's because they have no control over the East. They don't want their games to do well. They don't get insider scoops. They're not friends with them. And most importantly, the ideologies are different. China's not so keen on activism, really, or LGBT. That's not me baiting or anything. They're just not. You can look it up yourself if you don't believe me. So obviously the way journalists are here, they will just have a problem with everything they do. I remember the Black Myth developers asking reviewers to keep their politics out of the review. Imagine being so entitled you think you can tell a country how to think and how to make their games. I gotta apologize here because there was only 2 videos this week. I had a busy work week, sorry boys. I haven't even been able to play games this week. I gave up my gaming time for you. That's it from me. I'll see you in the next one.